Traction control light. Welcome back, I'm Tedward. Welcome to Michigan, where I've been living with this 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X for the past few days because I came out to test out the new Hemi Rams. And of course, I've got to spend a little extra time hanging out with the two Tophers. So Jeep gave me this to drive around, and it's actually really great on Michigan roads because these 35-inch tires do wonders, making sure that I don't have to make any claims for wheels and tires.
Shrink every pothole.
Genuinely, this and a Dakar are the best Michigan vehicles, but what it has done for me is let me live with a Wrangler, which I haven't done for a while, since maybe a Gladiator Mojave, which I really like. Those are great trucks, but what is it to live with a 4x4 off-roading master like the Wrangler? And the first thing you notice is options. This is really complicated. It's insane how many ways you can configure these things. This one has the 3.6 liter V6, 285 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque. It's got the Rubicon X, so it has the Extreme Recon package, which gives you a lot of off-road goodies, which means you're getting beadlock capable 17-inch wheels with 35-inch tires. They're KO2s. I think maybe we'd throw some MT2s on this if we wanted to, maybe later on. A little Firestone action on this thing. But it also extends the thing because this is the 4-door, so it's already the long boy. And then when you do that Extreme Recon package, you get this, and you've got to put this on the back, which means it's even longer. So make sure if you are garage parking your Wrangler with this package, you know that your garage is deep enough for this. And even, I feel like this might actually be the most extreme point, which is wild because they got to put a reverse camera on it and they actually mount it on the center of the wheel. It's kind of fun. It's got a 488 gear set in the back to manage acceleration with the bigger tire setup. And this one has the whole removable hardtop setup. So no soft top up here, but I would recommend, honestly, spending the money on that soft top because I feel like you're more likely to use it more often. This, if you're in a situation where maybe you live at the beach or you're able to leave your car unlocked and exposed to the elements more frequently, works out if you're just going to leave it off all summer. But I mean, we're out here in like the Metro Detroit area. I'm not leaving this thing open. That's a little risky. It's loud. We've got two green cars, that RS3, which is more of a signal green, and this one is a mojito green. I like it when they're shameless about naming because I think a lot of car companies wouldn't name a color after an alcoholic drink.
Stellantis does not care.
They don't care.
Their colors have the wildest names.
It's fantastic, and it's a no-cost option, but let's not get excited about price. This is $76,000. And if this is the vehicle that is going to take you down the trail, do the rock crawling and all that stuff, I get it. But if you're just looking for sort of a daily driver thing and you want to commit to the Wrangler bit, we've even got the ducks in there. No one gave us those. We had to find those. I have not received a single duck in this week of driving.
Rolling around the interior?
I'm bummed. Yeah, they Emily had them, Barb had them. And so we put them in there because I'm like, I feel left out.
Oh, okay.
She ducked us. But I just don't know that you need to go this extreme, and you can always go less extreme, but that's the beauty of Jeep, is that they make Porsche option lists look like child's play. The configurability that you have on a Wrangler is unlike anything I've really seen in the auto industry because you've got engine options from the 4-cylinder turbo, the 3.6 liter naturally aspirated, the 392 Hemi, and then you can play all of the off-road games where you can have a really basic 2-door Wrangler that just gets around. It's a manual 6-speed, or you can pony up the extra cash. This is a $4,500 option for the automatic 8-speed. Yes. $4,500. Yeah, it's not
HP though. It's the ZF.
It's the so it's not cheap to do this, but it does look pretty cool. And that's the thing. You look at the price and on paper, you're like, whatever. You see this thing in person and it is mean. It's also got steel bumpers, a Warn winch, which I believe can handle 8,000 pounds. Think about that. That's kind of neat. It doesn't even tow that much, but you can rip something out of a tree with that.
Sure.
And
you can rip yourself.
Tie this up to a tree.
100%. And then, of course, triple locked. You've got detachable front sway bar. This can do a lot of things. And Chris Amos, the Topher, and I just went out to Wyoming in his Ranger Raptor on 35-inch tires. And one of the things that we were struggling with was understanding where the ground clearance was on that vehicle. We obviously added a little bit with a small front lift on his truck and the 35-inch tires lifted up, but we certainly did not have the nearly 13 inches of ground clearance that this has, because when you do the when you do the Extreme Recon package or the Rubicon X, you end up lifting this, I think, from 12.6 inches to 12.9 inches. And this can pretty much do all the things. It's also got these rock sliders to protect it. And you're going to want to protect it because you've got this beautiful mojito paint, which really, to me, in Porsche world, this is Java Green. Am I wrong? It's Java Green. The rock sliders also serve as a rock collector, because we've got this here, and I'm afraid to take that out because if I move that, it is definitely scratching paint. So we will leave that for the Navs people in the press fleet to do that, unless Chris can finagle that out. But yeah, it's definitely going to have. Nope. Yeah, it's done. It's done. So the other thing is the Rubicon X, right? You're getting all kinds of luxury features. You're getting power adjustable seats. You're getting leather seats. You're getting heated steering wheel, heated seats. You're getting all kinds of nice features that aren't necessary for what is going on here.
I'm trying to get him to give me the RS3 keys.
Oh, that too. Go ahead. But these are all things that are not necessary for a Wrangler. You should be able to have a kind of bare bones Wrangler if you so choose. They're trading cars right now. And what I love about this truck is that you can have it any way you want it. And as bare bones as it is, on a lower trim level, is also very cool. Now, one of the nice things about these trucks, as they've done in the modern era, is they've integrated like modern features. So despite the fact that we still get great analog gauges in this, you do get a big Apple CarPlay type screen. You've got all kinds of power windows and all this good stuff. It works really well, and it's rugged because it's starting to rain right now. But if we were in the dust, if it was raining and we had these all off, this is all supposed to basically be rugged and durable enough to manage that kind of stuff, and it's not going to break on you. So we're not going to test it, but what'd you say?
Hose it out.
Hose it out, yeah. No, this should be like the Honda Element where you can hose it out. But I think that's what's fun about these, is that you can kind of go as crazy or not crazy in the stock form or in the aftermarket, because even if you bought like a regular Wrangler, some people do change out their gear set. Some people do change out their wheels and tires, but I like it that you can get this from the factory as it sits. So let's just start it up and listen to this 3.6. See if we can get it to do it in neutral. Nope, not going to happen. But that's okay. It's not going to be your like rev happy engine. This isn't the 392, and we do love the 392. But I suppose we're going for a drive. I just got a buzz, and I was like, "Who's texting me? You're both in the vehicle." It's a Wrangler, so of course you can have the doors removed, which means that you can't have much for controls on the doors. So your window switches are going to be in the center. They auto close down but not up, and the rears do not do one touch. A little annoying. You've got room for ducks, as you may need if you want to make some friends in the Jeep world. And that's the thing, is when you're in the Wrangler community, you do genuinely end up with the community, because you're going to be waving to people all day long. And if you don't want to do that, you got to be a team player. I'm not. Chris and I famously are, quote unquote, not team players. This is why we work in YouTube. Proud of it. And yet when you're in a Jeep, suddenly you're like, well, I guess I got to get some ducks. Yeah. And that's where we're at.
Too many ducks.
You also get some fun cameras, and you get the front camera, which I think is very helpful, because you're going to need to be able to see where things are right in front of you with that big steel bumper. And if you were to crash head on with that RS3, I'll show you a little clip right here of what that looks like. Yeah, decimated, dude. There's no way. No way that's surviving.
You have a clip of a Jeep crashing into an RS3?
No, we didn't crash them. We just got real close.
Oh, jeez.
For science.
But speed bumps are no factor in your Jeep.
They
It doesn't matter. You could just do anything. But there is compromise in the driving experience. This doesn't, I mean, yes, these newer Jeeps that came out, look at that. There's a compromise for you. These newer Jeeps do drive more car-like than they used to, but they are still an off-roader in every sense, and you're gonna have to commit to the bit if you do it. So let's just see what this V6 can do off the line. I guess we'll go off here, right?
Yep. That's it. At least you get four-wheel drive auto.
Yeah, it's not bad. And the thing is, you've got to unwind the wheel cleverly, because otherwise traction control will step in and limit you. We're gonna go out here.
Go straight through the yellow.
Right at the
Turn
line.
right at the green light up there.
Got it. Oh, and that brings us out to the Willow Run, little rotary guy. I'm learning.
The Pinnacle actually sounds pretty good.
It
I
does.
was literally gonna say it sounds good back here.
Yeah.
It's funny because this is like not how I've been driving it. I've been driving it like I'm in a semi-truck most of the time.
Yes.
And I kind of like that. It's a good vibe.
You were following me yesterday. I was afraid to go 80 for your own sanity.
It'll do it. Ready? We're going to Jeep wave. Here we go. She didn't wave. Unbelievable. I feel so humiliated. This is...
Rejection therapy.
Yeah, man.
Just try throwing a duck at the next
Yeah.
On the fly, ducking.
I was ducked. Are you going to go... Okay. That was wide open. The gearbox decided we had the torque. Bit of road noise. With the Rubicon X package, you're getting like the crazy sound system too. There's a big Alpine subwoofer in the back, and it's a decent system, but the thing is you're not in an insulated place, so you're not getting sound studio quality out of your Wrangler. But if you're somebody who wants to be heard, you take the doors off and crank that bad boy, and it's going to let you be known to the masses for sure. It kind of hangs on okay.
It does. It does all right.
See, it's...
The duck's another story.
They have made this so unbelievably safe for normal people because it got the slightest bit of slip. We're gonna go out this way, and it immediately started doing some brake bias to make sure that like this is not gonna roll. And look, that was not a thing back in my day when I was in high school and everyone was driving like TJs. These things would just, you know, death wobble at 70 miles an hour and launch you off the road if you were to try to roll it over. That was the situation.
So wide now too.
They're so wide, they're so stable. The idea that this is something that you're just gonna like accidentally crash because you've rolled it over is just not like a thing anymore. You'd have to be a real psycho to do that, and we are, but we also recognize like limitations of a top heavy vehicle. But otherwise, I mean, like, I've kind of really enjoyed my time. Should I go straight? Take the right? Yeah. And look, this is the best.
Good.
Look at, we can dip a wheel.
Just drive over everything.
And like nothing matters. I mean, obviously you want to make sure you're looking for pedestrians and cyclists, and we're doing so. But you really can just put this anywhere and everywhere, except for parking structures. It's mighty tall. And luckily, when I was in Ann Arbor the other day, I was recommended a parking garage that had an 8.2 inch clearance.
You're welcome.
Or 8'2" clearance, and that was really helpful. But not the whole garage was 8'2", the rest of it was 7'2". So I don't know what this actually is, but I know that I didn't really want to find out with mojito green paint scraped off on the roof of that garage. So
Take a right behind this truck.
you got it. But that's kind of going to inform what your ability is with a truck like this, because if you live in a major city and you just want the Wrangler experience, well, you know, look at this. We can just dip in. That's the majority of our off-roading for today.
That's the traction control light blinks.
Yeah. But it's cool, and I do genuinely enjoy driving these because I think there's like a charm to something that's like a little extreme and requires some compromise, because almost nothing requires compromise anymore. get in a pickup truck and they drive like an S-Class Mercedes now.
Every time I drive a sorry, Chris,
So I was gonna say, do you want to hit a 2-track real quick?
Sure.
All right, take a right after this pole right here.
Right after this
This is a
pole.
road. This is a
Right
little
here?
road, yep.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to cut you.
that's good. Yeah, every time I drive a Wrangler, I'm shocked at how many people live with these every day because it is such an old school driving experience.
As long as there's no boulders in here that are going to take out our Dana diffs, no, we should be good.
Oh, they put a fence up here. Okay, we get to test the turning circle.
Yeah.
Former 2-track.
Yeah. That's okay.
But like, I don't know, I think this is really charming and fun, and like I said, if you're just using this to daily drive and you've got like a long commute or something, then maybe this isn't like the thing to do, because you're not going to get great fuel economy on tires like this, and you might get discomforted on the highway because you've got to put a little bit of energy and work into the steering. But I fully understand if you're just like looking for something different. This is the same reason people buy sports cars, because it's not an average econo car, and I don't know, this is fun. I'm having a good time, and it has a sense of humor, and people leave ducks on your door handle. Now, if you're trying to be, I guess, eco-conscious, you can always play the 4xe game. But I don't know that is the move. I think going more old school with these Wranglers is the vibe.
The simplicity of this powertrain is very refreshing.
It's great.
Yeah. I lived with a 4xe Wrangler Rubicon with 35s out in Hawaii this last year. And it was great. It was fun. But the battery's so small, you're always charging it, always having to plug it in. This drives great. It's much lighter.
Yeah. It's very happy in sort of this like 55 to 60 range. That's where it feels really natural. And once you get on the highway a little bit faster, maybe we'll go out there and then hit 94 for a second.
You can take a leg and left, go out that way.
Gotcha. It's a little, I don't want to say wobbly, but like you've got to put effort into driving it. And maybe it's more effort than you want. I know that if we were driving this out to Wyoming, I would have gotten...
You're always making corrections.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Lots
an
of
active
steering.
driving experience.
I would have gotten sick of it on that drive. But I kind of like that it chills me. I mean, I don't understand like the angry Wrangler driver, because this does chill me out a bit.
It does, totally, yeah.
Is this the Topher move?
Yeah.
This right there?
Yes,
The claw? the 9 o'clock claw?
Wow, I've got 2 USB-A and 2 USB-C ports back here.
All of these stuff, creature comforts. Like, I actually used the heated steering wheel the other day when we were driving out to the Chelsea Proving Grounds,
Yeah,
because it
chilly.
was kind of chilly, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And I do dig all that, but I also understand like the value in having a really bare bones, rustic Wrangler.
Well, what they've done with this is built in a bunch of physical button redundancy. Like, you have your climate control menu, which is annoying to use when you're driving this thing and trying to keep it in a straight line, but you also have physical buttons for everything too. It's perfect.
It works really well. And I gotta give it to them, because like there's a lot of really expensive cars that have very frustrating infotainment systems, and this doesn't have that. It kind of has what you need it to have.
This is the highway.
Oh, lovely. How do I get on?
You just keep going.
Oh, okay. I like it when Waze tells me there's an object on road ahead or a pothole. I'm like, I do not care. Like, if an object on this road could harm this vehicle, like, we weren't going to survive it anyway.
You're like, I want to see if this could drive over that couch.
Absolutely.
Washing machine, we've got articulation.
When I was in high school, like I said, if you were on 35-inch off-road tires in a Wrangler doing 75 miles an hour, you were like taking your life in your hand. That's just not the case anymore. These are so easy to drive. It's just that, as evidenced by what's next to us, you're gonna deal with like the road noise of the tires of the outside world. These doors come off, so they're not like these heavily insulated doors that are gonna keep you away from the outside noise. You're gonna commit to being part of the world, which is kind of the vibe of an off-roader. We've got adaptive cruise, all the things we need. Try to get a little more speed to show you. And it doesn't feel underpowered. It feels really adequate.
Yeah, they got the gearing right with those 35s. I thought with this setup, it would feel a little bit too slow. It feels great.
Like, you'll rev it out here and there, but not in a way that's offensive or unnecessary.
You're just averaging a solid 16 mpg, no matter how you drive this.
It doesn't matter what you do. It will always be 16.
Yeah.
You just need to accept that life, and that's where you're at.
It probably just takes regular just fine.
Sure.
That's good. That's easy.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything on the spec sheet that you look at that you just say, let's do away with these things? Because I think you do need the automatic transmission. I think that's
Why is it $4,500?
I don't know.
That's insane.
It's a really expensive option.
Is the alternative a manual?
Yes.
I mean, that's great,
But off-roading in a manual is like people don't really do that anymore.
so why is this rated at 18 city 23 highway? No way.
I just don't.
Not in a million years.
No, and I know we've been revving it out and stuff, but I have not been driving it like this for this week. I've been pretty reasonable.
Physically impossible.
I just don't see that as a possibility.
Anything lifted with 35s gets 16 mpg. No matter if it's a hybrid, a 4-cylinder, a V6, a V8, they all get 16 mpg.
100%.
Or worse.
I want to jump off here.
I
Yes,
wouldn't
sir.
mind. What's the? It's like the tuna can roof that peels back.
The
Yeah.
Sky One Touch.
Sky One Touch. It's like a $5,000 option. Maybe they lowered the price a little bit recently. That would be the one option I would get on these because you can enjoy the topless experience with just a press of a button.
100%. And then you just need to make decisions like, are you going to be doing the rock crawling thing? Because maybe a Gladiator Mojave is more your vibe if you're trying to go fast off-road, or you just have some single track roads that you're just going 50, 60 miles an hour on. Like, that makes more sense than this. And that's the beauty of the Jeep thing, is you've got options.
Take a left.
Will do.
The Gladiator is quieter, maybe a little bit inside, and a little bit easier to live with because it's not as active of a driving experience on the highway.
And I don't know if
suspension is better. It's just a bit more buttoned down.
Auto start stop drives me a little nuts on this, but is it still the case that you can find Gladiators for like alarmingly low prices on dealer lots, or is that kind of over?
I'm not sure. I mean, probably.
There was a point.
Our buddy Mike tried to buy a Gladiator this last summer and it didn't go well. Everyone wanted insane money for it.
Interesting, because there was a short time where they had a huge
was.
surplus,
Yeah.
and you could just go in and like basically take them away from them.
The Gladiator's great though. It's the best driving Jeep they make. Are they doing a 392 Gladiator now?
Yeah, allegedly.
That's gonna be the jam.
I'm so used to Massachusetts roads where I would 100% have to just take a left back onto the highway.
You got an open entrance ramp and a sports car to take it in.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, is I've been having to follow you guys.
Ducks are holding on for dear life.
The poor ducks.
We're like,
The surprised expression on the one's face.
what the duck? This guy's on crack.
He's on quack.
This actually holds on.
Wow.
That's crazy. Traction control light flashing away.
Visibility is A+, man. I feel like I'm in an old school car, like a real 90s machine when I look around and I can just see everything out of it. And I don't feel cramped even though we've got like the little stubby windshield and everything. It's all very familiar and kind of just has a charm that I forgot about.
You can harp on the price a little bit on these, but there is no shortage of $70,000, $80,000 Jeep builds out there that people are off-roading regularly. And this, you just get it from the factory with a warranty.
Yes. And if you're someone who's doing all the aftermarket stuff yourself, like you want to put 37s on the truck, well, like just buy a lower spec truck and then make your Jeep into whatever you want to make it into.
Sure. But chances are the parts on this are going to hold up better, work better, not death wobble like aftermarket parts might, because they're OEM tested and developed.
And I almost never talk about this, but what is the warranty? Is it 5 year, 50,000 or something like that? I mean,
yeah, it's 560.
560, like,
Yeah.
you know, that's pretty good. And I don't think the Jeep like warranty people are going to give you much crap if you break something off-road. Like, I feel like that's their thing, because it's not like Toyota where they come out with the BRZ FRS and people blow engines and they're like, oh, well, you were on the racetrack. You're like, guys, you gave me the free track day.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And all the marketing was this thing drifting.
Whereas, like, I feel like if you go to Jeep and you're like, yeah, this, like, rear end, bind it up or something, they'd be like, hell yeah, brother, here's a new one. Like, I'm pretty sure that's an easy experience. We jumping off here?
Keep going straight.
Gotcha.
We'll take the next.
Yeah, really the only thing about this is it's just loud on the highway.
Yeah.
That's why people trailer their Jeeps out west instead of drive them. It's brutal on the highway on long trips. But I can live with it just because I'm an enthusiast and I'm used to like cars without track tires. But still, it would wear out.
The more I drive this, the less I notice anything cumbersome about it. Like, if you're getting out of the RS3 or the M235 and you jump into a Wrangler, you're going to be like, man, this takes effort. But, like, if you just drive this for a couple of days, it smooths out and it just becomes your thing. It's like a puppy dog. It's just a happy little dude.
It is so charming. Not a lot of new cars have this level of charm anymore.
And people like it. It's got, like, people kind of smile at it. I like that it's bright green. I think you should buy bright Wranglers and make them a little ostentatious and silly. Put the ducks on, like, this is me. I'm so, like, not a duck guy, but, like, I'm in a Wrangler and I want my ducks. And we got the most ridiculous ducks you can find.
Glitter ducks.
And these wipers got to be cheap. They're so small. So maybe that's where you save the money in the long run.
You should have had triple wipers like the FJ.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. But you can actually see out of the front windscreen here, unlike the FJ, so 2 is enough.
The urge to just drive this off-road now. Very
Just go over
strong.
there.
All right.
We actually want to get back in the middle if you're
Oh, okay.
gonna go back for a wrap.
There's a great off-road trail like an hour away from here. It's a park. Bundy Hill, baby.
Next time.
Yeah.
There's that traction control light. So I do think it's incredibly safe in terms of its handling prowess because it's limiting in such an aggressive but non-intrusive way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'll feel it for sure. It's gonna brake bias and it's gonna limit power, but it's not like a 2001 M5 where
It's also not kicking in and you don't hear a bunch of chattering going on. It's not like scary.
it's pretty
It's
seamless.
very seamless in the background.
Yeah, this is like odd. I've grown into this vehicle in the last few days, which I did not expect to. I thought, okay, all right, I don't know if this is for me.
It's a nice rig.
It's a nice rig. We have entered our rig era, where everything that is potentially driven off-road, even on grass, is a rig. So I think that's going to do it for us in the Wrangler Rubicon X. Do you need to spend $76,000 to get the Wrangler experience? I don't think so. I think you can do this for a lot cheaper, but I think this is a fun showcase of what can be done with the trucks from the factory. And I feel like there's different buyers. There's the buyer who just wants the vibe of a Wrangler, and they want the look and the feel the same way just a teenage girl wanted a Miata in 1995. Like, it's cute. That's all you need. Or there's the hardcore off-roader like our friend Josh with his Gladiator, who puts 37s on it and goes out into the wilderness for like a week at a time. That's great too. Or you've got someone who just kind of wants the Wrangler community. The person who wants the duck to be given to them at the grocery store. The person who wants to wave at a stranger and maybe meet their future mate. Because I bet there's more wedding stories from like Wrangler owners than any other vehicle on the planet.
Yeah.
I'm sure many a person has met their mate in a parking lot getting into their mojito green Wrangler. And I think that's fun. There's not very many cars that do that in an unpretentious way, because if I see a Porsche guy in a parking lot, there's a good chance he's going to mace me before I say, "Hey, what's your 997?" You know, that's what's going to happen.
Not getting laid.
Not happening. So anyway, I think this is really fun. I think if you've driven one for 10 minutes, you maybe didn't get the full experience. I would highly recommend, if you have the opportunity to spend a little bit of time with one of these, if it's not your familiar happy place, do it. See what it is. And maybe you end up with an off-road rig to go do some weekender things with your buds. But right now, we're just doing the on-road performance testing of a vehicle that doesn't really warrant the on-road performance test.
Driving it like an autocross vehicle.
But it is a commitment, and it is a lifestyle, whether it be ducks, waving, or just a little bit of steering on the highway. So thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks to Stellantis for throwing me the keys to this for the week, because this is a really fun thing to fiddle with. And I kind of liked being seen in it. And I guess you can just tell like who I'm calling all of the time. It's just you guys and the boys back home. So thank you guys so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to respect the drive, and we'll see you in the next one. I feel like, having not gone into like 4Low, engaged a locker, doing any of the off-road modes, it's like we are real Jeep people.
It's the true ownership experience.
This is what it really is.
Yeah.
This is
Drove down a field for a minute.
We did it.
Yeah.